Hello everyone, it's me Javi. Today I have for you another video, this time on Loki. And let's see if I remember everything correctly. I believe Nexus does something like this. Let me double check my notes. Land Factory 2 Pigeon, 4 Mechs, 3 Pigeon. Air Factory, Pigeon, 2 Land Factories, okay. So this is the correct one, and then we start with 5 engines, and then we want to do something like 2 tank scout, and then like a million engineers. Or if you can do labs, you can also do lab scout instead of 2 tank scout. Oh shit. This one's pretty bad already. But it's okay, this engineer will be fine. We want our 2 first engineers to come here and reclaim these trees like this. We don't want them to do it manual reclaim with these trees. We want to do it let them just do the attack move. It's much better. I hope this guy does it. I don't want to restart this bloody thing. Then with our next engineer, we're gonna come here, and if you want to, you can reclaim a little bit here. It's pretty pointless, but I would do it, just in case I need the E. It's kind of like a nice thing. And then we want to come here, make sure we touch that rock, and do something like this. And then this engineer, we put everything like this because we don't want anyone to move. While we also get like perfect adjacency, I think. Yes, we do. Is this guy doing his job correctly? I think he walked over one of the trees, and I think he did too. Which is kinda sad, but he's reclaiming some of the trees on a better manner. And this guy, actually, for those of us that didn't know, apparently there's some rocks here. So I cannot see them. I don't know where they are, but I'm just praying to God I'm clicking the rocks correctly. Then we have our air factory. We want to do bomber, scout 3 intis, that's actually how I put it. Then this guy wants to come here and stay with that engineer. And then this guy wants to come here and probably come over here. And I think this guy, if he comes here, is probably gonna like come here. And then this scout obviously assisting this raiding party. And I think usually they come through here. I don't really know too much. Here we have our, and then from here we want the same thing, our typical what's our army. Then at some point we want to probably like I'm probably gonna buy now, set this guy to start reclaiming this, and then do this. Then I would say at this point you want your ACU to leave through here, and you want to set your next engineer to assist, and this guy to do this. Then you want to do 4 pigeons and another 2 land factories. Then everyone else you want to send over here. And then sadly I kind of forgot about it, but with your bomber you want to come through here, scout this, and attack these engineers. It's very probable your opponent will do exactly the same thing with theirs, so heavily recommend sending your inti around here. And this is pretty much the build order. And then you'll be like, oh, I see one, and try to attack. In the replay, JaggedAppliance against Nexus actually manages to dodge 2 times against Nexus, which is pretty impressive. Not because Nexus is hard to dodge, but the fact that he dodges the bomber shots with the ACU, which I think is very, very nice. And then actually one of these factories should be coming through here. I feel like I don't have enough units coming through here and defending this little guy. Then after this, I want to come here. Which one is it? This one probably should have like a couple of them spreading around a little bit more rather than everybody in the same place. And that's pretty much it. There's really nothing else I would say about this map. It's a little bit of a very, very messy map. I'm gonna send this guy over here too. At some point, if you want, you can grab one of your engineers and like build raiders around here. That's pretty much the build order. I feel good about it. Maybe more keen on how fast you get your first bomber and to attack this. But other than that, this is pretty much it. Can you guys start this, please? Okay, thank God. And this is pretty much it. You want to be attacking this, defending this, or attacking same thing. You want to keep an eye on air as other maps. It's very important to always keep air. If you don't have air, what happens? Land has a lot of difficulties getting here. Like if you're this player, it's a little bit easier. But it's really far, and then same like it's very hard for land units to properly maintain themselves here. And also pretty much if units are here, then they are very far from the rest of the map. So air units have like an easier time dealing with that. And then about this time you can like start thinking about continuing making more land spam, which is probably what I would do. Or if you want, you can start doing tech to land. But now we're gonna go watch the replay and see what do the players do and how the map develops overall. But this is pretty much that you send units here and you send units here. You don't send units through the middle because it's fucking pain, and don't send your ACU through here. Also FYI, this is water and this is water as well. So if you ever are in a clutch, you can move your ACU here in the water so they don't get shot. Now let's go to the Nexus replay. Well, hello everyone. Now we're on our little replay. I'm going to put on +5. We don't really care too much about what happens early game. Maybe a little bit more +6, but Nexus with the same build order. He doesn't really specify the amount of engineers. I think we should. And then he sends the attack move early on. He sends them around here with their first 2 engineers. Third engineer coming here and then coming here, taking the big rock. Then the next engineer coming here to assist, and then this one comes here. Oh, he actually assists this air factory. Oh, that's good to know. I did not know that. But then he comes here and starts taking rocks. Nexus, as I said, you can do either 2 tanks, 1 scout, or you can do 2 labs, I think. No, he does 4 labs, 2 scouts, which is kind of similar. Maybe you can also do tank, scout, because albeit yes, labs and scouts have very short time building. If there's an enemy tank, which I believe this is one. That's a tank, yes. The engineer they cannot defend against the tank, the labs. If this, and now the engineer has to move away. And I think Nexus does micro them, but what's over? It's the same, 2 labs, 1 tank. Kinda trade even. The Nexus tries here to bomb the engineers. As you can see, he didn't do it a very good job. And he puts his intis around here. Let me lower a little bit more. And he's sending a lot of units through here, which I actually think it's a better idea. He does send a raid through here. But you want to send units here to defend this engineer because it's very far. Now that I think about it, this one is way closer to the base, so it needs way less defending, especially considering that the ACU also goes there. Alright, let's look at the map. And we can see pretty similar ideas. Sadly, Jagged. This is pretty sad that he does not get to keep this engineer despite having a tank right next to it. It's pretty damn sad. Oh no. Real bomber right here that he doesn't cover with this tank, but at the end it doesn't really matter that much because he gets the 3 mexes. But anyhow, Nexus putting a lot of units through here, some units through here. This bomber from Nexus causing a lot of damage. Not sure why Jack doesn't really respond to find the bomber, and instead has his intis fly through here. No clue. But another good thing, I'm gonna slow it down a little bit, that you can do on maps like this and any other map. You can make 1 bomber, put your intis close by, and this bomber is acting like a bait. Nexus right here. Let me slow it down even more. Nexus right here is gonna get to see the intis from Jagged, and he's gonna come through here, and then he's gonna come behind them. Any second now, just does he move the intis? Any second now. He starts moving the bomber back, he starts moving here, he sees the intis. Obviously we're seeing this in slow motion, so it's a lot easier for us to react, but he starts putting this, and now Jagged needs to be careful this because, like, you know, he's just chasing the bomber, but little does he know that his intis are getting attacked from the back, and guess what? Intis do not shoot behind. So Nexus does get a couple of shots before Jagged does. Nexus doesn't really have like a very good movement, but you want to just turn in circles. But as you can see, those first early shots for Nexus are really going to let him win this fight over here. Barely. But I believe whatsoever he gets to win despite having less intis. Because he has a bomber. So this is really good. I believe he has less intis. I'm like 99% sure. Then again, now Jagged has this bomber, and I would say that's pretty much the map. That's a little trivia for air. But Loki, you want to put units here and here. Why? Because you know you have this 7 mex expansion, this 3 mex expansion, and same here. 3 mexes here, 7 mexes, and if you have hover, you can also threaten this, which is pretty sweet, and then build a factory here. Put a raider, same here, you build a factory, it's very hard to take it down. And you want to move your ACU here, and then you have different options. For example, JaggedAppliance goes for a tech to mex, while Nexus goes for tech to land. I believe tech to land far stronger than the tech to mex. I dare to say that because Jagged made the tech to mex so early, it explains the lack of units he currently has. Because as you can see, Nexus had this expansion and is blocking this. And Jagged is having difficulties taking control of this, while Nexus is having a lot more control over this area and less delays. And then he's gonna get ready here again and here. So you can clearly tell that Jagged has a lack of units because he made this tech to mex very early on. And now, due to the fact that he could not keep his mexes, Nexus has more mass and tech to land now too. So this game is pretty much over because this tech to mex delayed Jagged a lot. I mean, there's also a lot of things, but here's my 1500 noob analysis. And that's pretty much the game overall. That's lucky for you. You really see that there's not a lot of battles around here. Then ACUs usually go through this corner because if you are here, you also manage to defend all of these, which makes it really good. Then a lot of bombers from Jagged, being annoying. However, he kinda can tell. Oh, I think we can tell now very easily why Jagged is having a lot of difficulties. It's because he also has another tech to mex, which I think is really bad. He has 4 factories, air factory, and you can clearly tell Nexus has way more production tech to land and just 1 tech to mex, and I think this is way better. Pro tip: make units, don't make tech to mex. He even has tech to land, which I don't think is really the decision to be when he has so little tech 1 units. It's really bad. Like, he's having a lot of difficulty keeping stuff in. He's lacking a lot of mexes. This tech to land can be good, but I just feel like he's not in a good place, unlike our good friend Nexus, who has an obscene amount of factories all over the place. So yeah, no tech to mex unless you really have everything under control. And now Jagged doesn't even have air, which is pretty freaking bad because now bombers are gonna start cramming all over the place. And then here it's just like pretty much a mass donation at this point. And him being here, it's looking pretty grim for our poor friend JaggedAppliance. While Nexus stops production, everything is echoing. Yeah, Nexus can stop everything here because, you know, he has obscene map control. Like we're gonna see here, he knows where everything is. while Jack, as you can see, is pretty blind. This is pretty dangerous. He doesn't know what's in here. You know, he's extremely blind. He barely has any knowledge about it. He's about to have nothing here. And as you can see, he's basically blind to like almost the whole map. So he needs to keep building units. While Nexus, on the other hand, knows where everything is pretty much. So he's able to start ecoing and start producing units as much because, you know, he knows where everything here is. Therefore, he's not really afraid. While Jack has next to no information about this whole area of the map. And therefore, he needs to be afraid because otherwise, you know, if he sends units through here, there could be like a big army coming through here for the ASU. Vice versa, there could be a big army coming through here, as you can see. But he doesn't really know what's happening. While Nexus does indeed knows everything that's happening. But yeah, it's pretty much the analysis, guys. Have a good one. Take care. Yada yada yada.